Dr. Masuduro Diango to give you the story of Muhammed Bouazizi. Think of Boda Boda, think of Mama Mboga. Muhammed Bouazizi refers to these two people, or any other lowly people you might think of, trying to eke a living honestly, but being disturbed by Kanjo and all the other guys, the bureaucracies, the government agencies, corruption, what have you. Let's dive in. Muhammed Bouazizi was born on March 29, 1984, in a small town of Sidi Bouzid in Tunisia. Raised in a modest household, Bouazizi faced the challenges of economic hardship from a young age. After losing his father during his childhood, Bouazizi became the primary breadwinner for his family, including his mother and siblings. With limited opportunities in a region plagued by unemployment and systemic corruption, he turned to selling fruits and vegetables on the streets to support his family. Bouazizi's work as a street vendor was not without challenges. He faced frequent harassment from local officials and police, who often demanded bribes or confiscated his goods under the pretense of enforcing regulations. Despite these obstacles, Bouazizi persevered, earning a meager income to ensure his family's survival. On December 17, 2010, Bouazizi's life reached a tragic turning point. As he was setting up his cart to sell produce, a confrontation occurred with municipal officials, allegedly a female officer, accompanied by others. They demanded bribes, and upon his refusal, or we would say he didn't have, confiscated his goods. In the ensuing altercation, Bouazizi was reportedly insulted, humiliated, and even slapped. Feeling powerless and degraded, he sought justice by appealing to local authorities, but his pleas fell on deaf ears. Frustrated and desperate, Bouazizi took a drastic step to make his suffering known. He set himself on fire in front of the governor's office in Sidi Bouzid as an act of protest against systemic corruption. Bouazizi sustained severe burns and was hospitalized, where he succumbed to his injuries on January 4th of 2011. His act of self-immolation became a powerful symbol of defiance against oppression. The spark of the Jasmine Revolution began. Bouazizi's sacrifice triggered an outpouring of anger and grief in Sidi Bouzid, sparking protests that quickly spread across the whole of Tunisia. Citizens, frustrated by widespread unemployment, corruption, and authoritarian rule, took to the streets in unprecedented numbers, like we saw with the Gen Zs in Kenya and in Nigeria. Social media and traditional media played a crucial role in amplifying the protests, allowing images and videos of the demonstrations to reach a global audience. The movement, known as the Jasmine Revolution, culminated in the ousting of President Zine El Abidine Ben Ali on January 14, 2011, just 10 days after his death. Ben Ali, who had ruled Tunisia for 23 years, fled to Saudi Arabia, marking the first successful overthrow of an Arab leader during the wave of uprisings that would soon engulf the region. So it was not just Tunisia. Wait and see. Bouazizi's act of defiance inspired similar protests across the Middle East and North Africa, giving rise to what became known as the Arab Spring. Countries including Egypt, Libya, Yemen, Syria, Bahrain experienced mass uprising as citizens demanded political reforms, justice, and an end to corruption. In Egypt, large-scale demonstrations in Cairo's Tahrir Square led to the resignation of President Hosni Mubarak after nearly 30 years in power. Libya saw the fall of Muammar Gaddafi, although the transition was marred by a violent civil war. Yemen underwent a negotiated transfer of power, while Bahrain faced a harsh government crackdown on protests. In Syria, peaceful protests escalated into a prolonged and devastating civil war that continues to affect the country to this very day. While the outcome of Arab Spring was diverse, Bouazizi's sacrifice served as a unifying symbol of the shared struggle faced by millions across the Arab world. His story highlighted the power of individual acts of resistance in mobilizing collective action for change. Muhammed Bouazizi's legacy endures as a testament to the courage and resilience of those who fight against injustice. Posthumously, he was awarded the Sakharov Prize for Freedom of Thought. Bouazizi became an international symbol of resistance against oppression and a rallying point for those seeking democracy and human rights. In Tunisia, the Jasmine Revolution paved the way for significant political reforms, including the adoption of a new constitution and establishment of democratic elections. Tunisia's transition, while not without challenges, has been hailed as one of the few success stories of the Arab Spring. However, Bouazizi's legacy is also a reminder of the unfinished struggle in the region. Many of the issues he protested against, unemployment, corruption, and lack of economic opportunities, remain unsolved in Tunisia and other Arab countries. Additionally, the Arab Spring outcomes varied widely, with some countries experiencing progress while others faced turmoil and setbacks. Bouazizi's story continues to inspire activists and movements worldwide, reminding us of the profound impact an individual can have on the course of history. His name is etched in the annals of history as the man whose sacrifice ignited a wave of change that reshaped the Middle East and North Africa. One person causing change in countries by not fighting anyone, by not throwing a bomb, by burning themselves. He burned himself, and the whole country felt the heat, and the heat spread to other countries. I'm not asking you to immortalize yourself. I'm not not asking you to take suicide, but there is something you can do that can change history. If you know it, stop sleeping on it. Work on it. Change is possible.